Hi, everybody. This is Mrs. Bear from Old Bear's Den of Bigfoot, coming to you tonight with a live. We're gonna talk about our October camp out. It's gonna be fun. It'll be great. We've got Old Bear, of course, and we've got Icebox back behind the curtains there, waiting to come on. So just hope you guys have fun. Comment, like it, and yeah.
Well, we're going to get the show started officially. All right, everybody, we're back. We're going to go ahead and see who's on. Let's see. We got Miss Sandra Piper, Brian Barber's here, Deborah Johnson, Mr. Athos. And yes, I know we're supposed to call you Lenny, but we call you Mr. Athos.
Hi, Lenny.
Henry, glad to see you.
Hi, everybody. Good to have you on. Good to see you.
All righty. Roger, glad to have you on too, my friend. So we're going to get started on this because we have some things that we have to do around 9:15. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring Icebox on and we're going to officially announce the camp out in October. So let's, without further ado, let's get the old grouchy Icebox person on here. And there we go. Hey, Icebox. Sorry, I had you muted for a moment.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm better to look at than to listen to, I reckon. That ain't saying much.
That goofy
I was
thing.
saying that ain't saying much. How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing pretty good.
And that's Mr. Athos, not Atheist.
Well, whatever. I just call him Mr.
AKA, it's Lenny.
Sir. Hey, Henry, how y'all doing? Brian, Sandra, I forgot who else. Oh, you got on here, Mr. Roger. Everybody, just want to say hello while I was at it.
Either way, okay.
Yep. So, first things first.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing tonight, Icebox?
What are we doing now? We're going to announce our officially, even though we both talked about it a little bit before on both our channels. October 2nd is going to be Old Bear and a Dirt Road Bigfoot collaboration of a Campout.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we will leave Sunday. I believe it's by 12 o'clock. Is that correct?
Yeah, around 11, 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell them what kind of activities we plan on having?
Well, Let's just do it on Thursday. Start off with Thursday. Of course, everybody that comes on Thursday will have, people will start showing up Thursday around noon, because there won't be anyone there until noon. And so anytime afternoon you can show up, and then everybody gets to pick their campsite, get set up, and do that process. Um, of course, there is showers and showers over at the campground if you need to take a shower. There's two outhouses, one for the ladies and one for the gentlemen. There in the campground. There is no drinkable water there. So whatever you do, bring some with you. And let's see, what else do we got? Icebox. We got everybody bring food with you. We're planning one evening dinner that everybody can join with us and have, and that'll be on Saturday. So the rest of the time, bring food with you. If you don't have a way to cook it, let us know, and you can borrow my cooker or my griddle or whatever and cook your dinner with it. It's no big deal. Just let us know. We'll be glad to help everybody out and do it that way.
Yeah.
What about Friday, Icebox? You got Friday.
Well, I think even on Thursday, and you was talking about the food. From what I understand, there's going to be quite a few people there, and I can understand not having group cookouts. But if you feel like you can't bring food or something like that, there is several good restaurants around the area. It's not too far of a drive. I know in particular, but I don't know. I haven't been enough there to figure out where to go if you wanted to do breakfast. Now, the lunch and dinner, I can understand where to go on that one, but I don't know about the breakfast.
Breakfast, so you probably have to go over to Cambridge.
Over to Cambridge?
Yeah, which ain't 15 minutes away, 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we've been cooking. It'd probably be quicker to go there anyways. I'm not, you guys, that's an inside thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Some mornings breakfast ain't done until 10 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Deborah, yes, you can.
Yes, Deborah, you sure can.
Yep.
Yes, the lodge does have a restaurant, and they do fix breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm. Now, how much it costs, I don't know.
Don't ask me, because I never bought nothing when I've been over there.
Mm-hmm. So that's I just want everybody to know, if we're not going to do group cookouts, I mean, the Saturday night one, I can understand that it'll be a group thing. But according to the numbers that we're having already, it's going to be quite busy, and there's just no way me and Bear could cook for everybody. The whole meals, the whole weekend, it'd be so tough. It'd be really tough. But yeah, you can bring whatever you want to. You can cook there. If there's a specialty item you need cooked, I'm sure one of the ladies or me or Bear one too will make accommodations for you as best we can, anyways. So I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, I love cooking on campfires. But yeah, Friday. As far as I know, on Friday, is that when we're going to do some competition?
No.
No. Is that Saturday?
That's on Saturday.
Okay, so what is going to be going on Friday?
Well, Friday, we have 3 guest speakers.
3
planned as of right now. The first one, I thought about 2 o'clock for the first one. Of course, I will get the pleasure of introducing all of the speakers. And,
Wait a minute. Well, it's argument time.
what
uh,
argument?
I'm supposed to be emceeing, remember?
No, you're not.
No.
For a reason.
What have you done to me now?
You're the first speaker at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon.
Is that when everybody be taking a nap?
No.
Yes. We hope so, anyways.
But anyway, you get to do a presentation at 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. And at 3 o'clock, we're going to take a couple-hour break. So everybody can fix their dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will build a fire there, and everybody can come over and sit down. And then we'll bring up guest number 2, who shall not be named at this point. We're going to have them as surprise guest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he or she will get an hour. And then after that, we'll give everybody a 15-20 minute break. So around 6:30, we should have our final guest speaker come up, and we'll give him an hour or whatever amount of time they need for,
Yep.
And what we want everybody to do is interact with the guest speakers. If you've got questions, don't be afraid to throw your hand up and say, "Hey, I got a question." I don't care who it is. The first guest speaker might be a little bit nervous, so everybody kind of be nice.
That'd be me, right?
Yeah, that'd be you. The next 2 guest speakers, whatever time they need, they got it. It's not a big deal to us, because on Friday night we may go out late to Bigfoot, depending on how long it takes the speakers. But we plan on having a campfire, and everybody can sit around the campfire, and the guest speaker will naturally have the ability to answer questions. And if the guest speaker can't hear you, at that point, you can get the MC or Mrs. Bear or Icebox to relay the question to the guest speaker. Mm-hmm. So don't be bashful. We want you to pick their brains.
However, me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what question you ask, but I will ask you to be respectful to both the guest speakers that we're going to have, and I don't mean be just don't be argumentative. Let's go that route. Ask your question in respect, and what, guys, you know what I'm talking about. We don't have to explain that to you. So, I would bring a pillow, a cot, or some kind of chair that you can kick back on when I do the speaking, because you will go to sleep. The rest of them, you'll be all fired up about. So make sure you got something you sleep on. All right. Well, now, are we going to decide to do a Friday? And I guess it really depends on how well the August campout works out. And what I mean by that, Friday, we're going to stay around the camp. And the reason we're doing that is because there has been activity, seemed like more in the campground than more so than out there in certain spots that we go to. So we're going to give that a shot this August. And in October, if we have a decent amount of success in August, we'll try it again Friday, I would think, on October.
Yep.
Okay. So, but to answer somebody else's questions, Deborah says, do people bring pets? Yes, they do. I'm one of them. Now I will not be bringing mine in October. We're gonna board them up. Reason being, you know yourself, Deborah, that having pets at places like this, it's a handful. It can be a handful, and I want my ice bunny to have a great time and enjoy herself, and which we will enjoy ourselves no matter what. But this way, she doesn't have, or neither do I have the burden of watching pets. So we're going to board them up for the October one. They're coming with us in August. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, you can bring your pets. We don't mind. Uh, we will say this much: make sure you watch them because you are uh, out there in the wild. Let's just put it that way. So make
Yep.
sure you watch them. Don't do like somebody else we had to deal with before. Don't do that, of course, but I'm sure she wouldn't do that. So, but pets are welcome. We love them. Matter of fact. Oh, teacher versus student. I'm just wondering who's the teacher and who's the student. Uh-huh. All right. So we guys do plan on staying up late. There will be a nice fire. It's very nice time, guys. We do this to go relax, and we preach that first and foremost is to relax and have a good time, enjoy other Bigfooters, and just good old talk. Oh, a doxy. What is a doxy? Yeah, explain that one to me, Miss Deborah. But yeah, we go and have a good time, eat some good food, and
Dachshund.
a doxy. She got a doxy. I got a feeling when she explains it, I go, oh yeah. Uh,
Ah.
Dash Hound. Yeah, I got you now. Okay. I'm not used to this modern talk.
That ain't even.
I'm an old fogey. Not when it comes to pets. But yeah, anyways, that's why we do these things and get a chance to go out and do some Bigfooting, some calling, or whatever you want to do. You're more welcome to try anything you want to do. I will say this, seeing how I am part of this, do not mess with other people's experiments. If you know someone's got a trail cam or some kind of microphone or they're testing something to, because we do it. Last year, or yeah, last April, Barry and Miss Barbie Bear was kind enough to help us out in our Thursday experiment, which I thought was pretty nice and didn't get quite the results we wanted, but it was fun. It was interesting. That's what it was all about, was to test some stuff. Uh, it could still work, but until we give that up, we'll keep trying a little bit here and there. But anyways, yeah, if you're testing something, if you're testing a certain camera, we don't want people messing your good time up. Okay. So if you've got something set up, kind of let us know. We're not here to steal secrets or anything like that. We just don't want people messing with your test or your equipment, anything like that. We want it to be a good time for you. That's all we're looking for.
So let's. All right. This has to be said. Everybody, we don't. We have to collect $5 per person
Mhm.
per night if you're staying overnight. And the Salt Fork has informed me that if a person shows up at noon and leaves at 10 o'clock, I have to collect $5 from them too. It doesn't matter if you come, you have to give $5 per person for being there. So the thing of it is, there are two people that you can give the money to. Only two. One is Icebox, which is Dirt Road Bigfoot. Two, which is me, Old Bear. Old Bear's in a Bigfoot. The money goes to us too, and I will turn that money in on Sunday.
Mhm.
Now, if there is a an emergency that you have to leave for or something of that nature, let either one of us know, and we will have you wrote down as paying for staying, Friday night or Saturday night or whatever amount of nights you are, and we will return your money to you. We will not keep your money. We
Mhm.
will return not the full amount. Whatever you used, we have to keep because the park wants us to charge that for the use of the group camping area. That's not our doing, that's solely on the park. So we try to keep them happy so we can keep going back.
Mhm.
Um, so if you show up Thursday and you plan on staying Thursday night, Friday night, and you want to leave on Saturday, you only pay $10 per person in your group. They do not differentiate between children. They said $5 a person. That means kids too. Now, I'm not going to say a whole lot if you've got a 5-year-old with you. I'm not
Mhm.
going to say a lot, and I don't think Icebox would either.
Nope.
But if you need to leave, let me or him know. We'll check the list, see how much you paid, and give you the remainder back to you for stay. We do request that if you come to stay, that you do not cause issues with anyone that is there. If someone shows up and you don't like them, don't go around them. Pretty much. We want this to be family oriented, it to be fun, and we want to keep it that way. Now, if it gets filled with drama on Friday and everybody's up in an uproar, it may end up on Saturday. Just tell everybody to go home, and we'll give you your money back and send everybody home. I don't want to do that, and I don't ever want to do that, but we're there to have fun camping with friends, family,
Mhm.
and we want to keep it that way. Right, Icebox?
That's correct. That is correct. Guys, we don't mean to sound like we're being harsh, but we've had uh, some difficulties a little bit. It's nothing major. You know what I mean? Egos. Let's put it that way. And that's the reason I said what I said earlier about your testing or testing equipment, or
Mhm.
you want to go try something. That's fine with us. We just don't want other people messing you up. And we want you to have your if you're a new person and you want to test something, or if you're an old hand, we don't care. We really don't. And all we're trying to say is we're wanting a good time. Don't come trying to start drama. We're not about that. Uh, and I hate to say it this way. I went on a little tangent on my channel. What was it? Just the other night, and I was pretty harsh about it. And it's just simple. Don't be a kid. Don't act like one.
Right.
Okay. We're all grown adults now. If you got kids, they're supposed to act like kids. But we're all grown adults that's in this Bigfoot world. I think it's crazy enough as it is. Uh, this is not the only thing we're out there for. It's to camp out. It's to have fun. Eat, and get. Everybody knows that going camping, you got to eat. That's what it's all about sometimes. And that's what we're for. Good company. Sit around. Come around. Talk to old Bear. Talk to Barbie Bear, Ice Buddy. Go talk to Brian and our special guest. Don't come talking to me. Go talk to somebody that can tell you something, okay? And have yourself a good time. That's what we want. We want camaraderie and just simply family fun. Yeah, there's the element of Bigfoot hunting. We all know that, but we just don't want no drama. Period. And if I hear of drama, and you come to me, it's going to be simple. I'm going to grab old Bear by the ear, and we're going to go over here and we're going to talk about it amongst ourselves from whatever we've heard. And if you really are that bad and you're going to be a detriment to the camp out, we will ask you to leave. That's all there is to it. We're not going to be hateful or ain't going to be no tombstone fight out or nothing. You know, we're just going to ask you to leave, give you your money back, and go along your merry way. And if you proceed to be a little hostile about it, we will take care of that too. No, it's no big deal. We're just going to, everybody has to have fun. And I don't want to come there and have to be some kind of sheriff, man. I'm not about that. I'm more about having fun with people. If you've camped with me before, you already know. I enjoy it. I have fun with people. I pick at old Bear. Bear picks at me. And we just have a good time, you know. Nothing else to it. We just don't want the drama. And guys, you see drama on these other channels all over the place, and we don't want that.
Okay, let's talk about Saturday.
Saturday. From what I understand, we are going to have a competition. And the competition, I don't know if there's going to be prizes. I really don't care. But from what I understand, Bear wants to have a Bigfoot hollering contest. If you ask me, I think we should have it on Friday. But that way the winner can sit there and do the calling for the night. Is what I think. But you know, here's what it is. Bear says, "Let's go Saturday night." Now, who did you not say Saturday?
Saturday, yes, but not at night.
Jeez. All right, Saturday. But anyways, all it is, if you could put forth your best howl, and it doesn't have to be a howl. It could be whistle. Oh, shall I say coos?
No,
No.
we would much rather those don't ever be done at the campground.
I'm gonna let Bear answer that question, but we definitely knows it's going to be some kind of calling house, pretty much. And I know what it is. Old Bear wants to show me up. Just what he wants to do, and I'm not going to let him. No, I'm going to give him every bit of pride. Yet, you know, he hopes he wins anyways. Let's put it that way, because I'm gonna give him a fit. I'm going to put it all in there, buddy. I'm gonna show him what it's all about. Yes, sir. I'm gonna make him proud, but yet I'm gonna outdo him. You know how it goes. Teacher versus student.
Mm-hmm. One thing,
Yes, sir.
I'm not allowed to enter. Remember, I'm one of the judges.
You are.
Yeah,
Well, that ain't fair to me.
yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Because you don't want me to body slam you with just the constipated hillbilly.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh, I ain't scared, buddy. I'm not scared. I can run with the best of them.
But we do have judges that are
Yes.
picked for the contest. Now, the contest we've broken up into 3 basic age groups. We're going to do anybody under 20, or do you want to do like 17 and under?
I would say probably let's do anything under 20.
Okay.
You know, really in my category, anybody 60 and above should be in my category, which counts you out. So I might stand a chance on winning that one. Yeah.
I got a judge here that can fix it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No cheating, no ringers. It's just for fun, people. It's just to have a good time. And we're not really worried about it. I mean, if somebody's younger that actually does play, we might have a little prize for them.
And then 20 to 60. Or no, 20 to 50. We're going to make the second group 50 and above. Third group.
Third group. Okay. And Brian wants to know, will they hear the constipated hillbilly?
If Brian comes
Mhm.
and does what I asked him to do, he
Mhm.
will hear the constipated hillbilly along with everybody else.
Okay. Sweet and low. Yeah, Deborah, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to hit it off at the beginning. No drama. We want to have some good times, and everybody knows who we're talking about, so we're not worried about it. Uh, Brian says he will be there. Man, I hope so. I really do. I would love to meet Brian face to face.
But yeah, and then the contest will run. We'll give an hour for each age group, and if they need more, then we'll give them extra time.
Sure.
But we're going to try to run it from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And at 4 o'clock, we hope to break for dinner and don't worry, what we're deciding on fixing for dinner
I like that.
is the time of year appropriate. And when I say that, we plan on making chili,
Hmm.
with beans and burger and all the stuff that goes in your typical chili. Now, we will probably have 4 or 5 boxes of saltine crackers for that. If you want saltine crackers, we will probably have a thing of Ritz crackers and probably a large thing of cheese for the chili, if you want it.
And probably 4 or 5 rolls of toilet paper.
No, no, no. I'm not. I'm not supplying that. Uh, that you will need to bring with you, just in case. And
Uh,
I'm not making the 10 alarm chili that Bigfoot gets. I am not making a 5 alarm chili. I am making a 2 alarm.
okay.
So it's going to be pretty mild, but it will have taste to it. You'll be able to taste it. And we'll probably start cooking that about the time we start the the second age group. We'll probably start at about then.
Okay. Griff, the dates are October. Thursday will be the 2nd. It'll run through Friday, Saturday, and half a day Sunday. I think we have to be out there around 12 o'clock on Sunday. So your most activities is going to be going on Friday and Saturday, which will be the 3rd and the 4th. I myself and Bear will be there Thursday, October the 2nd. That's when we're going to be setting up camp, getting things started, getting situated, and let the fun begin. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Miss Deborah. I hope Deborah gets to come. I do. I know she's in Virginia. I don't know how far away that is from Ohio, from where she's at. I know it's about a 4 hour and 20-minute drive for us. But of course, when we pull in the camper, it takes a little bit longer. But that's how far we're coming from. And glad to do it. Glad to do it. I always had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So go ahead.
And this camp out is open.
Mm-hmm.
We're still not completely sure of if there will be restrictions on certain people being allowed to come. And Deborah, Salt Fork is north of Cambridge, Ohio, off from I-77. I hope that helps you out a little bit. I-70 runs into Cambridge, and you turn north on 70, or you run 77 up. Or if you live north, like towards Cleveland, you can bring 77 down to exit 47 And exit 47 is the exit you get off to go to Salt Fork.
It's
And it's
approximately,
east on 22.
yeah, it's approximately about an hour and a half from Columbus. If you look at Ohio like a postage stamp, it's more east, southeast at the most, but it's more eastern. If you split it in half, it'll go down below the southern tip just a little bit. So it's not really that bad. It's at least if you go in through Ohio, the way I go, it's flat, flat, and more flat until you get on the other side of Columbus, and then that's when you start hitting the mountains and stuff and hills and such.
Yeah, 70 is kind of hilly. It does go into West Virginia, and then it takes you up into Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
So if you're coming from Virginia, it would probably be best to cut across the state on 50, come out at Parkersburg on I-77,
Hmm.
and then turn north on 77 and run up to exit 47 in Ohio.
Okay. Okay. We hope you get to come. I know you said it's about 5 hours for you. I think it'd be worth it. I do. I think it'd be worth it. Brian's coming about 9. He's going to be our championship coming from the longest way. He is way up there in Michigan. And Brian, while I'm thinking about it, I know my wife wants to come up to the Upper Peninsula. If I ever get the chance to come up that way, I'm gonna get in touch with you. I'm gonna come see where you go hunt at. I want to come see it. Not that I'll ever come back. You know how it goes, but I want to go out with you. But
Mhm.
anyways, now we should address this much. We're not saints, and we're not there to be your keeper. But if you're going to be doing any drinking, make sure it's after the activities. I don't have no problem with it. Bear might have a different say about it, and I will go along with what Bear say. But I myself, I don't care. Just don't be so plastered. Just have enough to settle. You know what I'm saying, guys. You know how to do it. Drink responsibility. I know I've looked it up. Uh, that's fine, Deborah. You can be in a tent. We got no problem with that. There's going to be quite a few campers, but we don't have no problem with tents at all.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. I'm serious. We've got who else sleeps in tents? I think. Geez, I can't even think. Neil and Thomas may be in a tent. I mean, there's usually about Josh is usually
Mhm.
in a tent.
Yep.
Uh, I think there's usually about 3 or 4 tents around, and in this case, and probably more than that in October. Yeah, you don't ever know. But anyways, I do understand. I've questioned it. I've looked it up. There is a civil thing of legality of marijuana, from what I heard in Ohio. It's a billion type law. I've got no problem with you. Bear might have to say something different, and that's fine too. But if you're going to do something like that, do not do it around me. All right. Simple reason is I don't care. Don't be just belligerent. Guys, you know what's going on here. We don't want to have to worry about your safety. Okay. But if you are going to do something like that, I'm a truck driver. I am not allowed to breathe this stuff. Okay. If it shows up in my uh, DOTs or whatever else, and I find out it come from you, I will be mad because you're messing with my livelihood. Okay.
Right.
But I'm not here to be your judge, your mom or dad. Just hey, do it different, do it somewhere else. That's all I care. Bear, you may have a difference of opinion. That's fine with me. But what do you think?
Well, when it comes to that, I don't really give a one iota if you're going to smoke it. But I am a truck driver, and if I smell it
Yep.
and I see you smoking it, I will probably be asking you to put it out. Uh,
Hmm.
we would much rather you go somewhere other than the campground because there may be kids there and there may not be kids there.
Good
If
point.
there are children in the area, don't
Mhm.
don't even think about it in the campground. I'm like Icebox. We have to answer to the Department of Transportation, and we have to abide by their laws, their special regulations for truck drivers. And I don't really want to be around it, so I would ask you to go outside of the campground if you have to partake of that. Um, and it's solely because if there's kids there and there's Icebox and if we have to go in and go take a test and it shows up positive, we could potentially lose our license. And even secondhand smoke from it will cause us a problem.
Yeah, and I know we might be just shooting blanks in the air because we're not accusing anybody in the chat or anybody else of doing so. It's just we do know that it does happen. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all we're saying. We're not accusing anybody at all of any of these things. And we don't care. It's supposed to be legal. So what do we got to say about it? All we're asking is, be respectful of the people that don't. And like he said, good point. Kids, I'm sure there's going to be some there. So, and that's why we're saying, just be responsible in everything that you do. Be respectful. Have a good time. I mean, we're not trying to choke you down, nothing like that. We just have a good time, but be responsible about it.
Yeah. And, Mark had a good point, or not Mark, but Henry had a very good point. You don't want to have a foggy head from either alcohol or, marijuana or whatever, or popping pills or stuff like that. You don't want to be doing if we go out bigfooting on Saturday night or Friday night or Thursday night. Please wait until after we get back from bigfooting to do those things.
Yeah.
If you must do it beforehand, we ask you to not go bigfooting.
Yeah.
Because your safety is paramount to me, Icebox, Mrs. Old Bear, and Ice Bunny. Your safety is paramount to us. We don't want you harmed. If you're out there and you run over somewhere and want to take a quick hit or take a quick sip or whatever, feel free to do it at the campground. Don't want you doing it while we're out bigfooting.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear somebody scream and somebody get harmed or go run through the woods and run into a tree and run a limb off a tree through their head. That's a possibility. That's why we ask that you stay 100% sober if you go out bigfooting at night. Your safety is you got to go home. You got family at home and you got a job and everything like we do. So just be mindful of those things. Is what we ask.
Look at it this way. We don't go up there bigfooting for nothing. Okay. There's been sightings. These two over here have seen them. And we're talking about at the campground. And a lot of people that have been there have seen them. Okay. So if you're there and you're drinking too much or you got that extra quality of whatever, and now all of a sudden you're not fully stable up here, I'm gonna tell you that we do have firearms, and it's strictly to protect ourselves, not from other people. Okay. If I didn't believe in Bigfoot going up there, from what I've heard, they've got bears, cougars, whatever. They're not, quote, living there, but they do drift in every now and then. It's what I hear. Okay. I've never seen anything, no footprints or anything else to indicate that they are there, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not out there looking for it. I'm out there looking for something bigger and hairier. Okay. I'm just saying there have been sightings there. So the possibility it's the same as everything else you do. You might see one, you might not. You might not hear a yell, you might hear one. You never know. And I myself, I really don't care. It's the fact of doing. You're camping with good people. You're eating good food. Most people like doing hikes and trail walking and not even know what they're looking at half the time. If you want to go on a nature hike, take me with you. I'll show you some stuff that you have never even thought of. Okay. But it's not a walking hike like you're trying to lose weight. It is going out there and learning some stuff. Ask Miss Barbie Bear. She'll tell you. And all we walked was what, about 20 feet? And
Yeah.
if you want that kind of walk, I can help you out. What I'm trying to say is we're there for the excitement of the possibility of not, and that's the activity part of it. It may happen, it may not. I'm never disappointed. Let's put it this way. Even if nothing does happen, I'm never disappointed. Something usually happens. Somebody has some kind of a story, you know. And to me, camping, I've got my lovely wife with me. I've got my dogs with me. I have a good time with the good food. I really couldn't ask for nothing better. Like I said, you get to have the excitement of the anticipation of going out and Bigfoot hunting with the old bear.
I don't know how fun that is, but you know, I'll do my best. Um, but the thing of it is it not only the special guests will be there Friday, they'll be speaking, and they'll be there Saturday, and every one of them guys is going to be going out, and they're going to go out and do experiments. They're going to look around for Bigfoot sign and everything like that. And the fun thing is, it's not only me and Dirt Road and what other Bigfoot, personalities are there that you get to talk to. You can go and speak to Mrs. Bear. She saw 3 little ones.
Yeah.
Or you can go and talk to our very good, wonderful friend, Kenny. He saw something there in the campground on Friday night by himself.
Yep. Love Kenny.
And there's experiences that people have been there and have went through. I mean, we had a tree break a year ago this past spring. We had the bionic swan / goose. That sounded like it was standing 20 feet from us making that call. And everybody was sitting around the campfire. There's stuff that goes on. We had a sighting a year ago this past spring. I did. Right there behind a person's tent. No more than about 10 feet away. Standing there looking at him while he was snoring. Everybody knows who it was. And, we have a wonderful time when we go. We want everybody else to have a good time. And you get you might hear something, somebody's talking to somebody else and say, hey, I got some input for that. And you put your 3 heads together and you figure out something, and you figured out part of Bigfoot. And that's part of us. The reason we have this Campout is so everybody can get together and go around and talk to people and try to figure out the strange stuff that Bigfoot does sometimes. And, of course, if you want to learn calls, you go to Icebox, learn calls.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But there is one thing whenever we do go out at night. If you are going to record, we do ask you to not record calls if we make calls.
Please don't.
That I do, or that Icebox does, or that Josh does. There's a certain set of calls that he does.
Yeah.
That he asks that you do not do not record them. The calls that I'm talking about is the constipated hillbilly. The other calls that I do, I really don't care if you record those. They won't get you in a lot of trouble. I've been doing this so long, I know what I'm saying. Contrary to what some people have said before, I do know what I'm saying to these creatures. And I've helped Icebox out, and he keeps saying teacher and student. You're not a student. You're my brother slash
Josh.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And he asked to learn some of the calls, and I've taught him some. But it's been I've taught him the constipated hillbilly.
Yep.
And he does a wonderful job of it, but we do ask that you do not record that call specifically from me or Icebox. And we also ask that you do not record Josh's whistles. They mean certain things, and we don't want anyone going out somewhere else and getting around aggressive Bigfoot or making them aggressive by doing the call wrong. We don't want anyone harmed. So, most of all, one of the humans that are out there, we don't want them harmed. And second of all, we don't want the Bigfoot harmed.
That is correct. Very much so. Yeah. And guys, I tried to say it on my show last night, and like I said, we just got on there and had some fun. No big deal. Just enjoying talking to some folks, and had a good time with them. And I try to tell you guys, I haven't been on my channel a lot lately. One, for a reason, I'm trying to learn how to film with this right here. Okay, different techniques and stuff like that, and understanding the camera. I'm not one of those high-tech kind of guys. I can learn a lot and quick and easy, but actual doing so. So I'm just trying to tell you, come October and possibly August too, if you show up, there is a possibility that I will be filming you, whether by chance scanning across, or I'm sure Bear may be doing some interviews and such, and I probably will be too, just to get to know some people better. But I'm just saying, if you got a problem being on film, let me know. I'm not trying to select or, divide the herd or anything like that. It's probably going to happen that you probably will be on YouTube shortly. Let's put it that way. If you do have a problem, I can blur you out, that kind of stuff, or just cut it out completely. But if you have a problem with it, let me know, and I won't take offense to it. I understand. Some people just don't like being on camera. But if I'm sitting there doing a group shot and I'm scanning around and you happen to be in it, sorry, that's not my intentions to tick you off, but just be aware of it, okay? And hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
What's up, Josh? We got Moggs on.
Yep, old Moggs.
Anyway, guys, the reason we did this show tonight is to let everybody know that we are having a camp out in October. It is October 2nd through noon on the 5th of October. We ask that if you come, make sure you have a place to sleep. Check your equipment out before you get there. If you buy an air mattress and you find out it's got a hole in it when you're there, there's a Walmart down the road. I got in trouble this past spring with Mrs. Bear because, we both are very generous people. We normally do not mind if something happens and somebody needs a bed. But in October, she wants to have the camper to us. And I have not reluctantly agreed to that. Let's just say I have agreed to it under threat of never eating again. So I'm listening to the boss.
Guys, Bear's one of those kind that would give his shirt off his back for you. I know it. I've seen it. He's more than willing to help you, but it's time that he has to go out and have a great time without having to worry about stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, be prepared. If you need a hand, you have a flat tire, something like that, come to us. We'll get you took care of. But there's other
Yeah.
things. Let's put it that way.
Hey, Moggs, the campout is at Salt Fork State Park at the group campground, and it's near Cambridge, Ohio. If you just type in Salt Fork Campground, group camping area, it'll bring it right up. It's off Parker Road. Everybody's welcome to come. Moggs, we'd love to have you. I know it's a long drive for you to get up here. So, or yeah, he could fly. So, we just want everybody to come that wants to come and have, just come expecting friends and family being with you. And that's the kind of atmosphere we want to have. We don't want any issues. And if there's issues, it will be up to Icebox me to handle that issue. Now we're talking people wise. If you go out there and you bait a Bigfoot and you go out and make the mistake of going back out there to see if it's got taken and you get grabbed up, don't come to me.
Just put me in your
will.
will.
Made your own bed, lay in it, please. So I just want everybody to be safe, and that's why I'm saying this is be safe. Come expecting lots of fun, and like I said, we're going to have 3 speakers on Friday. We're going to have a Bigfoot calling contest on Saturday, and the only calls that you cannot do is the super aggressive calls or certain whistles, and no cooing. We don't need female Bigfoot coming over and thinking Icebox is a suitable mate.
That'll never happen. That'll never. All right, guys, listen up. It is Salt Fork, Ohio. Like he said, type in Salt Fork Campground, group campgrounds. You will find the exact spot. It is a very nice place. It's very hilly. They do have walking trails. It is a state park, and it's very nice, but I enjoy it. But if you plan on coming, you need some help, or you got any kind of questions, how do they get in touch with you, Bear?
You can reach me through my email. It is oldbearsden2019@gmail.com. There's no punctuation. It's all lowercase. Just type it out and send it to me. And if you need something, you need to know me to drop a pin for you for Google Maps. I can send that to you. It doesn't matter. If you need to talk to me, email me, send me your phone number, let me know who it is, and I'll give you a call back.
I will offer this up. If you plan on flying in, say to Columbus, get in touch with Bear so he can get in touch with me. I've already got one I've got to pick up from there. So if you want to make arrangements for that and try to get it about the same time, I'll be glad to come pick you up. I got I can probably pick up 3 people, possibly 4, depending. Well, I know I already got 1. So if you want to try something like that, talk to Bear or talk to me, leave a comment, get in touch with us, and we'll see what we can work out for you. Like I said, all we want you to have fun. That's it. So if you plan on trying to fly, let me know.
Yep.
Okay. All right, old Bear. It's about that time.
Yep. We got something we got to do here in a little bit. So, freeze dried Skittles.
Oh
Teresa.
boy.
My kind
You
of
can
fella right
bring
there
them.
now.
What you're doing with them, I don't want to know. I'm not going there.
Sasquatch Watch Radio, how are you doing? Standing
Yeah.
Stones, good evening to you too. Stevie B. Stevie B's got a bad habit of coming in late. Maybe it's because he's doing something else, working or something. But hey, Stevie B, I'm glad you made it. But yeah, Bear, I got to get out of here.
Yep, I do too, buddy. All right. I'll throw you backstage and we'll get show ended, buddy.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, everybody, that will conclude the show for tonight. The announcement of the camp out in October. And one other thing, don't forget, we do have a camp out that is in August. If you want to come to that, you have to get a hold of Mr. Josh Hensley. You can reach out to me and I can send you his channel. As of right now, that is open to anyone that wants to come, except for a few. And we've got October open. And come and meet the little woman that saw 3 little Bigfoot. We'd love to have you. Just bring you a tent, something to sleep on, bring you enough clothes. Because it could rain, it could be cold at night. Bring clothes appropriately for that time of the year. Check the weather before you come. And we love you all, and we're signing off. Bye, everybody.
Good night.